Single dad walks in on gorgeous stranger showering in his house. What she did next shocked me forever. I never expected my Tuesday morning to change my life forever. There I was, rushing to get my daughter Lily to school, when I heard the shower running upstairs. That was impossible. Lily was right beside me, and we'd been the only ones in this house since my wife passed 3 years ago. My heart pounded as I crept up the stairs. Who was in my house? A burglar? Someone dangerous? I grabbed the baseball bat from the hallway closet, my palm sweaty against the worn grip. Lily, wait downstairs, I whispered, but she was already halfway up behind me. The bathroom door was slightly ajar, steam billowing out. I took a deep breath, raised the bat, and pushed the door open. What happened next would turn my entire world upside down. 2 weeks earlier, I was drowning. Not literally, but in every other way that mattered. Between my demanding job as a construction foreman, raising my 8-year-old daughter alone, and trying to keep our house from falling apart, I was barely treading water. "Daddy, we're out of cereal again," Lily announced, her curly brown hair still tangled from sleep. "I know, sweetie. I'll grab some after work," I promised, pouring her the last of the Cheerios and making a mental note I'd probably forget by noon. "And my science project is due tomorrow," she added casually, spooning cereal into her mouth. I nearly choked on my coffee. "Tomorrow? Why didn't you tell me?" She shrugged those little shoulders. "I did. Last week." And there it was, another ball I'd dropped. Another reminder that I wasn't cutting it as a single parent. That evening, after a rushed trip to the craft store and 3 hours of helping Lily build a solar system model that looked more like colorful balls of trash, I collapsed onto the couch. The leaky faucet in the kitchen dripped steadily, a maddening rhythm I'd been meaning to fix for months. My phone buzzed with a text from my sister, Jen. "How's it going, bro? Still refusing help?" I sighed. Jen had been pushing me to hire someone, a housekeeper, a nanny, anything to lighten the load. But accepting help felt like admitting failure, like I couldn't handle what Sarah and I had built together before cancer stole her away. "We're fine," I texted back. A lie so familiar I almost believed it. The next morning, I woke to find water seeping through the kitchen ceiling. The upstairs bathroom pipe had finally given up, creating a miniature indoor rainstorm. "Shit," I muttered, forgetting Lily was right behind me. "That's a bad word, Daddy," she said, eyes wide at the growing puddle. "Yes, it is. Don't repeat it." I grabbed towels and called my buddy Mike, who knew plumbing. He couldn't come until the weekend. "Just shut off the water to that bathroom and use the downstairs one," he advised. Great. Another thing broken in a house that felt like it was falling apart as fast as my life. That afternoon, Jen showed up unannounced, took one look at the buckets catching drips and my exhausted face, and put her foot down. "That's it, Jake. I'm calling Mia." "Who's Mia?" I asked, too tired to argue. "She's amazing. Fixes houses, organizes, helps with kids. She's like Mary Poppins with a tool belt. She helped my friend Diane after her divorce." "We don't need a stranger in our house," I protested weakly. Jen's eyes softened. "Sarah would want you to accept help, Jake. She wouldn't want you and Lily living like this." Low blow. But effective. "Fine," I conceded. "But just for the plumbing." Jen's smile was too triumphant for my liking. "She'll be here tomorrow." I expected Mia to be some middle-aged handywoman. What I didn't expect was the woman who showed up on my doorstep the next morning. She couldn't have been more than 30, with dark hair pulled back in a practical ponytail and the most startling green eyes I'd ever seen. She wore jeans and a simple t-shirt, with a tool belt slung low on her hips. "You must be Jake," she said, extending her hand. "I'm Mia." Her handshake was firm, confident. Nothing like the hesitant pity grips I'd grown accustomed to since becoming the widower. Yeah. Come in. I stepped aside, suddenly aware of the breakfast dishes piled in the sink and the toys scattered across the living room floor. She didn't seem to notice the mess, her eyes already assessing the water damage on the ceiling. Your sister mentioned a leaky pipe? Mind if I take a look? I led her upstairs, uncomfortably aware that I hadn't had a woman other than Jen in my house in years. Mia examined the bathroom with professional efficiency. Your valve seal is shot, and there's some corrosion on the pipe. I can fix it today, but you've got other issues that need addressing soon. Like what? I asked, dreading the answer. Your gutters are overflowing, which is causing water damage along the north side of the house. And I noticed your porch steps are starting to rot. I ran a hand through my hair. Great. Just add it to the list. She studied me for a moment, those green eyes seeing too much. You know, I could help with more than just the pipe. I have some availability this month. Before I could respond, Lily appeared in the doorway. Are you here to fix our house? She asked Mia. Mia crouched down to Lily's level. I'm going to try. What's your name? Lily. Like the flower. My mom picked it. It's beautiful, just like you, Mia said, and Lily beamed. Something twisted in my chest, gratitude, maybe, or the realization of how rarely Lily got to interact with women these days. Can you stay forever? Lily asked, and I nearly choked. Mia laughed, a warm sound that seemed to brighten the dingy bathroom. Well, that's up to your dad. But I could definitely help out for a while. They both looked at me expectantly. And that's how Mia began coming to our house 3 days a week. She fixed the pipe, then the gutters, then the porch steps. She organized our chaotic kitchen, set up systems for laundry, and even helped Lily with her homework while I caught up on work emails. I tried to keep my distance, to see her as just hired help. But it was impossible not to notice how the house felt different with her in it, lighter somehow, as if she brought sunshine with her. One evening, after Lily was in bed, I found Mia looking at the family photos on our mantel. She was beautiful, Mia said softly, studying a picture of Sarah. Yes, she was. I moved beside her, looking at my wife's smiling face. She would have hated what I've let this place become. You haven't let anything become anything, Mia said firmly. You've been surviving. There's no shame in that. Her words hit me like a physical force, breaking something loose inside me. I don't know how to do this, I admitted, my voice rough. Any of it. The house, raising Lily alone. I'm failing at all of it. Mia turned to face me. You're not failing, Jake. You're trying. That's all any of us can do. For the first time in 3 years, I felt seen, not as a charity case or a tragic figure, but as a person doing his best. That night, I slept better than I had in months. The morning I found Mia in our shower started like any other. She wasn't supposed to come until the afternoon, but I'd given her a key weeks ago so she could let herself in if Lily and I were running late. When I heard the shower, I assumed Lily had sneaked back upstairs. Finding Mia instead, her silhouette visible through the steamy shower curtain, left me frozen in shock. Oh my God. I stammered, backing out quickly. I'm so sorry. I heard the water shut off and Mia's startled voice. Jake? Is that you? Yes. Sorry. I didn't know you were here. I called through the door, my face burning with embarrassment. Give me a minute, she called back. I retreated downstairs, mortified, to find Lily eating a bowl of cereal I hadn't bought. Mia brought groceries, Lily explained. She said it was a surprise. A few minutes later, Mia appeared, dressed and composed except for her damp hair. I am so sorry, she said. My apartment's water heater broke this morning. I thought I could quickly shower here before you and Lily woke up. It's fine, I said, still unable to meet her eyes. You have a key for a reason. An awkward silence fell between us. I should get Lily to school, I finally said. Mia nodded. I'll finish up some projects while you're gone. The drive to school was quiet, my mind replaying the embarrassing encounter. Daddy? Lily asked as we pulled up to her school. Yes, sweetie. Do you like Mia? The question caught me off guard. Of course I do. She's been a big help to us. Lily gave me a look that was pure Sarah, slightly exasperated, seeing right through me. No, I mean, do you like her? Because I think she likes you. My heart skipped. What makes you say that? She looks at you the way people look at each other in movies. And she asks about you all the time. She does? Lily nodded solemnly. And I think it would be okay, you know. If you liked her back. I stared at my daughter, this tiny wise soul. You do? Mom would want you to be happy, she said simply, then grabbed her backpack and hopped out of the car. See you after school. I sat there long after she disappeared into the building, her words echoing in my head. When I returned home, Mia was in the backyard, fixing the broken fence slat that had been on my to-do list for months. Hey, I said, approaching cautiously. She looked up, a slight blush coloring her cheeks. Hey. Listen, about this morning. Can we talk? I interrupted. Not about this morning. About everything. She set down her hammer. Sure. We sat on the porch steps she'd repaired, the spring sun warm on our faces. These past few weeks, I began, having you here, it's changed things. For Lily. For me. Mia was quiet, waiting. I've been stuck, I continued. Since Sarah died. Just going through the motions, trying to keep everything from falling apart. But not really living. That's understandable, she said softly. But it's not fair to Lily. And it's not what Sarah would have wanted. I took a deep breath. This morning was embarrassing, but it made me realize something. What's that? She asked, her green eyes meeting mine. That I've started looking forward to the days you're here. That the house feels empty when you're gone. That maybe it's time to start living again. Mia's smile was slow, cautious. What are you saying, Jake? I'm saying I'd like to take you to dinner. Not as someone I've hired. As a date. The moment hung between us, fragile and full of possibility. Then Mia reached over and took my hand, her fingers warm against mine. I'd like that, she said. I'd like that very much. 6 months later, our lives had transformed. Mia was no longer our helper but a constant presence, bringing laughter and order to our once chaotic home. Lily adored her, and I was falling in love again, something I never thought possible. But shadows from the past weren't so easily banished. It was Lily's birthday, and we'd planned a small party. As Mia and I decorated the living room, I found myself staring at Sarah's photo on the mantel. Mia noticed my silence. You okay? Just thinking about how Sarah should be here, I admitted. She loved planning Lily's birthdays. Mia squeezed my hand. We can include her. Maybe share some stories about her during the party? Her understanding nearly undid me. But later that day, as Lily's friends arrived, I overheard one mother whispering to another. That's the girlfriend. Can you believe it? The wife's only been gone 3 years. The words cut deep, reinforcing my own doubts. Was I betraying Sarah's memory? Moving on too quickly? That night, after the party, I pulled away from Mia, the whispered judgment echoing in my head. What's wrong? She asked as we cleaned up. Nothing, I lied. But Mia knew me too well now. Jake, talk to me. The dam broke. Am I doing the right thing? With us? Sometimes I feel like I'm erasing Sarah, like I'm replacing her. Mia's face softened with understanding rather than hurt. You could never erase Sarah. She'll always be Lily's mother and a part of your life. But what if? Love isn't finite, Jake, she interrupted gently. Loving me doesn't diminish what you had with Sarah. It honors it. It shows that she taught you how to love so well that you're brave enough to do it again. Her words washed over me like a healing balm. Besides, she added with a small smile, I think Sarah would approve of me. I fixed that leaky faucet that was driving her crazy. I laughed through unexpected tears, pulling Mia close. She would have loved you, I whispered. Almost as much as Lily and I do. The words slipped out naturally, my first, I love you, to someone since Sarah. But instead of panic, I felt peace. Mia's eyes widened. You love me? I do, I said, surprised by how right it felt. I really do. 1 year after Mia first walked into our lives, I found myself once again standing outside the bathroom door, hearing the shower running. But this time, I knew exactly who was behind that door. I smiled, thinking of how a simple plumbing problem had led to this moment, to a house that felt like a home again, to a daughter who laughed more freely, to a heart that had learned it was possible to honor the past while embracing the future. Sometimes the most unexpected encounters lead to the most beautiful beginnings. And sometimes, what shocks you forever isn't a stranger in your shower, but how completely love can heal what once seemed broken beyond repair. If you've been touched by our story, please hit that like button and subscribe to see more stories that remind us all that second chances come in the most unexpected ways. I'd love to know, what country are you watching from? Drop it in the comments below.